Welcome to Campaigns and Conversions, a podcast by EOK Consults, where we discuss modern campaigning, strategies, social media, and more on winning the digital ground game. Today, we're doing a deep dive, specifically for you, looking into the 2025 federal election. This one was really, defined by the digital landscape. So we're going to unpack the platforms, the approaches, and maybe some of those key moments that shape the race. Pull out the insights you need.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what jumps out right away is just how much this felt like a digital-first contest. It wasn't just like using online stuff to help the ground game. The digital presence itself seemed to be driving real-world action.
Acted like getting people out to vote.
Exactly. We definitely saw a boost in turnout, and it felt particularly strong among younger voters, a pretty significant shift.
And the numbers kind of back that up, don't they? I mean, looking at the overall turnout, over 19.5 million votes cast, what was it? 68.65%.
Yeah.
That's solid.
Solid, yeah.
But here's the bit that's really interesting for you. Listening in those advanced polls, over 2 million Canadians voted on day one.
Wow, day one.
Day one.
Right.
That kind of record start. It just points directly to how effective that digital outreach must have been, right? Getting people motivated early.
Definitely. It's more than just door knocking now. It's showing up big time where people are actually living online. I think Instagram stories, TikTok feeds.
So where was the main digital battlefield then?
Well, if you had to pick one area, meta platforms, Facebook, Instagram were undeniably a primary battleground. The sheer amount of money spent there tells a story. Over $8 million in political ad investment.
Just during the writ period.
Just during the writ, yeah.
Wow, $8 million. That's serious cash. And I guess it wasn't just throwing money around. They had actual strategies.
Oh, absolutely. Very distinct strategies, actually, and often pretty sophisticated. What stood out, and something you might find relevant, was the really refined use of localization and language.
Meaning
we saw parties running highly targeted ads, attack ads even, in specific languages. Like the conservatives used Punjabi targeting in certain writings. Then you'd see the liberals countering maybe with translated graphic ads in Punjabi or Urdu or Hindi.
So way beyond just having a translated website.
Way beyond. It's really leveraging Meta's, precise targeting to hit specific linguistic groups, geographic niches. It shows a level of cultural nuance, that granular targeting that's becoming, well, essential.
Right. But it wasn't all paid ads, was it?
No, not at all. And this is where it gets really dynamic, I think. Platforms like TikTok, they basically empowered a whole wave of political influencers.
Yeah.
And these creators, whether they were doing serious policy stuff or maybe more like comedic takes, they were reaching millions. People who probably wouldn't tune into traditional political news.
Shaping the narrative for younger groups especially?
Exactly. They were a huge part of the conversation.
And TikTok's algorithm plays a role there, right? Amplifying things quickly.
A massive role. It could take one piece of content, maybe a policy point wrapped in some trending audio, and just boom. Hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of views. Super fast. It really amplified moments that might have just fizzled out in past elections.
Yeah, you saw some huge viral moments pop up. That nostalgic ad with Mike Myers endorsing Mark Carney.
Huge views on that. Sparked a lot of chatter.
Right. Or Pierre Poilievre's big rally in Edmonton. It wasn't just a physical event. It felt like it saturated social media because everyone there, plus influencers, were sharing it.
Constant stream.
And even Jagmeet Singh, who's always been pretty digitally savvy, right? He kept that connection going. Live streams, using trends like those Get Ready With Me videos.
Didn't one of those get millions of views?
Over 4 million, yeah.
Yeah.
Which just tells you personality and tapping into platform trends. It's becoming central to the game.
And sort of underpinning a lot of this, the scale, the speed, was AI. Artificial intelligence tools.
We heard a lot about AI. Was it actually being used?
Extensively, not just as some future experiment, but like daily operational tools. Campaigns used AI for scaling up content creation, churning out variations, optimizing ad copy across different languages almost instantly.
Instantly?
Yeah, and rapidly testing thousands, literally thousands of ad variations on Meta and elsewhere, just trying to pinpoint exactly what messages clicked with which voters.
So this wasn't just making things faster, it was changing how they campaigned.
Fundamentally. Changing workflows, how quickly they could learn and adapt, it's a big shift.
So when you put it all together for you listening, the sheer numbers really confirm this digital dominance. You've got the massive meta spend, that record advanced turnout we mentioned.
Right.
Then think about individual candidates dropping thousands a week on meta ads. Some top spenders hitting almost $1,000 a day.
Daily, yeah.
And those TikTok creators regularly getting six-figure views just talking about the election.
Mhm.
It just feels clear, doesn't it?
Mm.
The digital space wasn't just supporting the campaign anymore. For a lot of voters, it kind of was the campaign.
Which I think raises a really important question, something for you to think about as you digest all this. What's crystal clear from 2025 is that, look, mastering digital isn't just an option. It's not an add-on. It's basically the core engine now for reaching voters, for driving results.
The new standard.
It absolutely sets a new standard. So the question becomes, with so much of the conversation happening through these platforms, mediated by algorithms, what does that mean for actually building trust, for making real connections in future elections? How do we navigate that?
Something definitely to keep thinking about. Subscribe for more insights and visit eokconsults.com to learn more and stay in touch.